Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Andrew, and you're watching the Kelly's Country Life. So welcome back to a very soggy house. Holy moly. No, I did not install a pool last night. So, yeah, we got a heck of a rain last night, and obviously a lot of wind too. This is as far as I've ever seen water blown in here. Ladders were blown down, chairs are blown down, so must have got a little windy. We had a heck of a rainstorm come through really late last night, and it dumped quite a bit of rain in a very short period of time. Now the issue is there's a lot more coming, and they actually just put us under severe thunderstorm warnings. So this may be another it takes 2 days to make one video type of thing going on. So long story short, videos are going to be spotty this week, no doubt, because Mother Nature keeps me from recording. That's the way it is. So if you're wondering where the videos are, I'm fighting with rain every single day. This will now be the third day in a row that I potentially may have to dog off work, especially if it's going to blow in here like this. I'm not going to have my tools out here with this kind of wind and rain. No way. So like I said, the radar already isn't looking good. We're under severe thunderstorm watches, but we're going to try to get some work done. Today's plan, let's start getting studs up. We got the base plate in, we got the top plates up. So I want to go ahead and start getting some studs in to get everything nice and secure, especially if we're going to keep getting severe weather. Now, in reality, that one little brace that I removed yesterday, it was loose. There was no tension on it. We've got plenty of structure in the roof and more trusses. I'm really, honestly, not concerned about the structural integrity of anything, but the more studs we get in here, obviously, the stronger this truss becomes. Change of plans. I walked over here and realized this water was so deep that now my feet are soaking wet. They come over the side of my shoes into my socks. So I have spent probably the last 30 to 45 minutes tearing all the bolts and nails out of that wall. I have got wood and stuff wedged up underneath there so I can blow the water out of here. And I'm probably going to leave this wall unbolted and lifted up until it's time to start putting attic rafters on. Because I got to have some way to get the water out of here, because now we have base plates everywhere. Water doesn't just blow out anymore. I can't blow it onto the porch. How frustrating. So there goes an hour and a half of my morning I can't get back. I have blown as much water as I can out and killed 3 D-Watt batteries with that blower. It's thin enough now, it should dry, assuming we don't get more rain. Figure I'll go ahead and address a couple questions, because there's probably gonna be a lot of people thinking, this is ruining your lumber, why don't you go ahead and cover the side end? So I'll address those now. I'm not gonna go ahead and put sheathing or siding or anything on the side of here, because the rain is literally blowing in up top at times. I would have to sheathe or put something all the way on the side. I'm not ready for that. I have to have attic rafters up, build stub walls. I'm not just gonna go sticking a bunch of tin on here. It takes a tremendous amount of time. Then you gotta tear it all back down. And again, I can't even go to the roof as it is now. And I just don't want stuff loosely tacked up, blowing all around. Water has blown in all behind you, so I would literally have to spend a few days sheathing the entire house for something I'm just gonna tear down. Luckily, all the bottom plates are pressure treated. This isn't gonna hurt them. Sadly, because all the bottom plates are down and they're sealed with that foam seal, it is holding water in here like crazy. I've got this one wall lifted up almost 2 inches. I'll just have to continue to blow water out here every time it rains until I start the attic. Then I have to nail this back down. And as far as all the mold and mildew you're seeing on the post, you're going to continue to see that. A lot of people ask me why I didn't go ahead and just really treat the posts. It's because this is going to keep happening week after week after week. There's no point in scrubbing and treating these posts for the mold and mildew until right before I'm about to close this up, because I'll just be doing it every single week as it is. Sadly, a lot of it's starting to show up. This is our third day of overcast and rain, but it is what it is. I read online, it seems to be very common for houses are getting framed in. You don't get roofs up on them immediately. They're out exposed in the elements for weeks and weeks. So mold and mildew on your posts is kind of part of it. Sadly, we have some friends that are waiting on all this crazy COVID high prices. I think their house has been open and exposed with no roof on it, walls framed in 6, 7, 8 months now. They've been waiting because of all this craziness, and they kind of are refusing to pay the high prices. So it's not uncommon for things to be open and exposed to the elements. Just figured I'd address that because I know I'm going to get a pile of those comments. I'm going to change my shoes and socks because they are literally full of water, soaking wet. And then we're going to get back to what we were planning on doing today. Well, as y'all can see, it's next day, and yeah, I'm wearing boots and jeans. It rained all night long. It was raining when I got up this morning, and it's pretty chilly. It's windy, it's damp. I come out here in shorts and said, had to go back and change. So, had a heck of a lightning storm come through yesterday, so that kind of shut the job down. Then I wound up having a friend come over who's never seen the place, wanted to see the house, and brought me something pretty special over there that we'll talk about in the next episode. So I figured I'd finish up this morning. My ultimate goal was to get all the studs up before we get into the window portion. We just got that complete. I'm gonna rush back to the shop, get this video edited so y'all can get some content today. The next video is gonna be us working on the window. So let me show you where we're at. So all the full length studs are done, kind of, on either side of the window openings. That gets the top plates nice and secure, secures the truss some, and now allows me to start focusing on the big window opens, all the jack studs, cripple studs, and headers for that. So the next episode is going to be jam-packed with a lot of building, heavy lifting. I may even have to call some help over for that. So just not sure how all that's going to work out. But the studs are done. And let me tell you something. This actually went so much smoother than that other wall. Between that laser measuring device and a couple new things that I was trying, toenailing with the regular hammer and nails up there, having everything prepped and ready on the bench, it just went so smooth. I really took my time, used the level on every single stud, measured, make sure they were 12 inches dead center bottom, 12 inches dead center top. Even though that sounds like that would make it take longer, it actually went quicker. I didn't really have to fight with much of nothing, and I am very pleased with how plumb, everybody keeps getting on to me, I call it level, but how plumb everything is, and the spacing looks perfect. This is gonna be a much easier wall to sheathe than that back wall. That back wall kind of gave you a nightmare, especially with that tape measure flopping in the wind. So that laser measuring device alone made this an actual breeze and joy. Every single stud fits great, so the measurements were true, far truer than I could do with a tape measure. So it's just been kind of a pleasurable experience. It really has. Very happy. Sadly, I'm about to be done building these walls now. I'd like to use those tools a little more, but I'll see if I can use them on those smaller interior walls. Well, I really hope y'all are enjoying this build series. I am enjoying it. I know I'll post things, talking about things are getting boring and monotonous and all. That's just part of a house build like this. There's gonna be plenty more things that I'm gonna do that I'm not gonna enjoy. But honestly, the framing portion, I really am enjoying it. Really excited about building the headers, framing out the windows. I think that's just gonna give a good visual experience and allow y'all to really see what that front's gonna look like, what the view's gonna look like. I'm excited about that. So between the next episode, 1 or 2 episodes, we should have all that framed out and can kind of show off the window opening. So that's something I'm really looking forward to doing. We'll catch you on the next episode. Like I said, I'm about to rush back to the barn real quick, finish editing this video so y'all have something to watch this afternoon. Then I'm gonna come out here and start another episode, start framing on the windows. That'll probably carry over into tomorrow as well. And then we'll try to get y'all another video out quickly. Thank y'all so much for watching.